Hello Taurus and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your reading for November 2018. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for all your support, for all your comments, subscribe, shares. You guys are my biggest supporters, so thank you so much. We are in that Scorpio energy now. I'm actually recording this on the 25th, which is the Taurus full moon. So I decided I would do Scorpio and Taurus today for November. So I'm doing it a little bit early, but I'm excited to see what we get. So I want to talk about a couple key dates as well. November 7th, we have the new moon in Scorpio. On November 15th, we have Mars entering Pisces. On November 16th, we have the switchover with all the retrogrades, where the Venus retrograde, Venus has been retrograding through Libra by that point since November 1st. So it's retrograding through Scorpio until the 31st of October, and then it goes retrograde through Libra, and then it turns direct in Libra on the 16th. And then at that same time, we're having Mercury retrograding in Sagittarius. So, and that's going to be until I believe December 6th or the 8th. I think it's December 6th. So yeah, that's great retrograde energy basically until the end of the year. We also have November 22nd where the sun moves into Sagittarius. We enter the Sagittarian season. And on November 23rd, we get that full moon in Gemini. So, very astrologically packed month filled with a lot of energy. So guys, let's see what's coming in for you. And again guys, if you want to book a private reading or you're looking for more insight into a situation or a question that you have, or a life path reading, career, love, whatever, all my information on booking a private reading with me is right below this video in the description box. So all my services, prices, it goes all the way from $10 to upwards of $100. So, I mean, there's a lot of options, a lot of different types of readings. I always do recorded readings just like I do here on YouTube, where we have it facing down and you can see all the cards that I take out. I use as many cards as it takes, no matter the timing of the reading. So, if you are looking to book a private reading, check that out and send me an email and schedule that, okay? Again, all that information is right below this video in the description box. Okay, and Tauruses, you guys have been my #1 supporters in that aspect, but we're going through a tough time with that, Taurus and Uranus, or, Uranus and Taurus energy. Why can't I say anything right today? But right now it's going to start retrograding, I believe, through Aries. I don't know the exact date of that, but I know it will be retrograding through Aries, and then it'll come direct into our sign, I want to say in 2019. Again, for the next, I think, 7 or 8 years. I think it's 7 years. It's already been almost a year. 7.5 years. I don't know. I'm not an astrologer. Again, if you want a more in-depth astrological view on things, I recommend Gregory Scott. I recommend Ivana Tarot. And then there's, oh my gosh, what's her name? Kelly Rosano. They're all extremely good astrologers. I'm not an astrologer by nature. Unfortunately, I do just do tarot. Anyways, I'm going to get into it. Sorry about that, guys. I'll probably timestamp this. You don't have to listen to me ramble. Okay. So, what's coming in for the first week for my Tauruses this month? And I'm using my Hieronymus Bosch deck. Just like with, I don't know what, it's like the energy of today or something, because I wanted to use it for my Scorpios as well. So here we have my Bosch deck here, Hieronymus Bosch. And we're going to use that for one for each week for the general energy, and then we'll look at the challenges and opportunities, offers, oppositions, anything important that will be happening in the energy of that week. Okay, so first week of November 2018, what is going to be happening for my Tauruses in the first week of November 2018? Here we get, ooh, the 7 of Cups. So we're starting out confused, a lot of confusing energy. Where are we going here? What are we doing? So it's a really interesting feeling to the beginning of the month here. I'm actually going to look at the booklet's description of these because I love the Hieronymus Bosch descriptions. They are different, and they're not just like, the generic tarot descriptions that you can often find in Los Scarabeo decks and a lot of tarot decks. And I really like it because it's different from other tarot cards, and I think it fits so well. Alright, 7 of Cups, or 7 of Chalices, the staircase. What is impossible becomes real, or at least appears to be. So yeah, this is a very confusing energy, and where you think, I mean, it's a lot of illusions. Again, it's kind of like the regular 7 of Cups, but I just think, it's interesting, like this this bird here that is balancing all these cups here, thinks, he's got it under control, but he doesn't realize that if that little aardvark, or whatever the heck animal creature thing moves, all those cups are coming down. So he may think that he's got all these cups under control, that he's balanced perfectly, but he's not. So things that may seem a certain way or may seem stable, may seem okay at this time are probably not. Things that have a real illusory effect to them. Again, with that Venus retrograde and Scorpio energy, it is retrograde in our opposite sign, and Venus is our ruling planet. Makes everything feel kind of the opposite of how it should feel, almost, is what I'm getting. And that maybe we shouldn't feel as confused and stressed and like blocked. It's like somebody just like threw smoke in our face and you can't see anything, or you know, that like smoky dust they have in video games. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm just a nerd. But like a smoke bomb, like somebody just put down a smoke bomb, you can't see anything, but yet you know the way forward. You know what was there a minute ago. You know how to take like 3 steps forward and get out of it. And yet, for some reason in this energy right now, in this first week, I'm getting that we just can't figure it out. We can't figure out a way forward, and there seems to be a lot of options that are showing up that we just don't really know what they actually offer. We don't really know the past. We don't really know which one is the right way to go, or which thing is the right thing to say in the situations that we'll be facing in that first week. So things are going to not be as they really seem. So just be aware of that in that first week for you guys. All right, second week of November for my Tauruses. Second week of November for my Tauruses. What can they expect for energy? Where's the general energy of the week for my Tauruses for the second week of November? Ooh, we get the 8 of Wands. You and Scorpio had this card show up in your readings. So we're having, again, like I think opposite signs are very linked, and especially so with the fixed signs like Scorpio and Taurus. So they're very, very fixed signs. I mean, it's fixed water, fixed earth, and they're opposite. So the energy is going to be kind of, you know, similar and yet opposite to each other, and especially with all the retrogrades and the energy of the, you know, what's going on right now, being in Scorpio season, we're going to pick up on that energy, that need to dig deeper, especially if we're, I mean, I'm reading this during this Taurus moon, and I feel like this Taurus moon, I don't know, you guys can read up or watch other astrology videos, but a lot of astrologers have talked about how it's going to last, like the energy from it and the situations that it brings up are going to bring a lot of things to light later on. So in November, we could start moving forward on things that we're realizing from the Taurus full moon, and we're starting to pick up energy. So it might feel like confusion, like how do I move forward? Where do I go? Like what do I do? But next to that 7 of Cups in the first week, that's really great energy. That's really great energy for moving forward. If not a little bit too fast, you know, getting communication from somebody to work on something that will move something forward. And the 7 of Wands in this deck, I'm sorry, the 8 of Wands in this deck, let me read it for you guys. The Fisherman, everything must be done at the right time and in the right way. Shouting does not bring results. Sorry, they like cut it off in like the middle of the sentence there for some reason and like put it down 2 lines. But the Fisherman, everything must be done at the right time and in the right way. Shouting does not bring results. So again, you have to do things in the right time. You have to wait for the right timing. You can't force things. We could be really energetic around that second week. Again, we're getting that, you know, the new moon in Scorpio, which is going to make us dig deep and then want to, you know, bring that self-transformation forward. We're going to want to transform quickly, and we're not going to have patience for it, is what I'm getting here. We're not going to have patience for whatever communication we want coming in. Or the energy of this week just doesn't feel patient. It feels like we're just flying forward at many different angles, you know. For those of us who are very almost entrepreneurial, people that are real go-getters, have a lot of energy like Tauruses tend to, or a lot of Tauruses that I know where like you're trying to do like 10 different things at once. Well, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to be successful at this. And that's great energy, but you have to take it one step at a time and do the right timing for it and not wear yourself out. So that's something to remember during this second week of November. I hate when the sun goes behind the clouds because I'm relying on the natural light, but in Florida, it all changes. The weather changes so bad. It's like, wow, it's beautiful. Never mind, now it's a thunderstorm. So anyways, let's look at that third week here of November for my Tauruses. Energies, general situations, general energies for the third week of November 2018. What one do we want to pull? I want to pull this one. 3 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. So the third week of November, we're going to be building onto, we're going to be, you know, working on a new foundation, building up our finances, working on, whatever it is we need to do that is probably more material based, considering this is a general part of the reading. I'm not doing a love reading yet. So this feels more like we're working on a new skill or something at work. We're working with others. Again, if we have our own businesses, we could be really, focusing on, the grounding aspect to it, building up, if that makes sense. I'm trying to find the right words for this. It's like we're trying to build up a solid, stable foundation, really, for our finances here. We're trying to, work out the kinks. So maybe, oh, this doesn't really work this way. Let's switch that up. Oh, this doesn't work this way. Let's, research this kind of aspect more. See, people seem to be reacting to this more or buying this thing more. These are the types of things that I feel like we're going to be working on in the third week of November here as we move into that Sagittarius, as we go from, Scorpio to Sagittarius. We're going to be looking at big picture. That's what Sagittarius is about. They're adventurers, they have a really adventurous, really big, wide energy, wide scope energy, whereas Scorpio is like, the details. It goes from like, it's like shifting the focus on your camera. Like if I were to focus on my face right here, where am I pointing? That would be like Scorpio. We're going to focus on all the little details. Like, oh, I need to do like my makeup and my hair and all this stuff. And then when you shift it outwards, like, okay, time to work on the house and my body and, everything that attaches me to this, how do I interact with others? It's more of a worldwide view and how we interact with others. And when we go from Scorpio to Sagittarius, it's really interesting shift, I think, because it's like totally opposite on what your focus is. Because, Scorpio is diving deep, looking at all the little intricacies of your relationships in your life. And now we're taking what we've learned in the Scorpio season and we're kind of transitioning into that Sagittarian energy really, really well. We're like, okay, now I understand how I can build up my finances more. Now I understand where I was going wrong. I really feel like I'm becoming more skilled at this. I want to learn maybe this new thing here. Maybe this will help me out with a job. Maybe I'm going to go take a class. And again, the Three of Pentacles in this deck, let me do the little description here. Three of Pentacles, here we go. Ability. It is not easy to rest on one's laurels if they are undeserved. So again, you can't rest on your laurel. You realize this week, I feel like that, you can't take it easy. You have to learn something new. You can't just be like, oh, I can just get by not knowing something. This person is learning, actively building up their finances, not letting it rest. Not sitting back and being like, oh, it's whatever. Just let things just go as is. This person wants more and is going to build more. And that's the energy I get from you guys for that third week. All right, fourth week for my Tauruses. Fourth week of November, last week of November. Oh, every time I say November, I just think of the Gorillaz song. November has come. Oh, it just gave me chills. I love the Gorillaz, if you guys don't know that. Everything that they put out is pure gold. But I just love that. Every time we go into November, that's always what I think. Alright, so let's see. Fourth week, why can't I speak? The fourth week of November, the last week of November for my Taurus's energy that week for them. But I want to pull this. Ooh, Four of Wands, finally. An easier week here. Things finally seem to be going well. We're stepping into a more relaxed period. We can finally let our hair down and stop worrying so much. Things are going to be working out and running more smoothly. Is really the energy that I get here. Maybe a twin flame here. Again, the Four of Wands is my twin flame card and is, the twin flame card. But also, I think it's a balance. I think it's a better, a more relaxed energy. So again, let's see what it says in the book here. Offense. One must know how to be ferocious to defend oneself when wrong. Oh, okay. So I'm reading it as like my classic Four of Wands way. Because I feel like, she's like, oh, okay, I can finally put all these things down and go relax. But I guess she's defending something. So maybe, one must know how to be ferocious to defend oneself when wronged. So, again, don't let people step on you this month. I feel like, this card came out as, a double message. Because I first picked up on it empathically with, this feels more relaxed. It feels like things are finally, like, running smoothly. Like, we've been working on things. Like, when you're working on a car and you can't get the engine running, you put the oil in, you do this, you do that. You go to the store, like, and, go bring it to, like, Amco or whatever, like, twice. And then you finally get it back, and it's like, okay, finally we're running smoothly, and that's how I feel at the end of the month here. Finally, we're going forward. It doesn't even matter where we're going. We're just more relaxed about it, and we know that it's going to be okay. We're trusting in the universe here at the end of the month that the energy is better, that we have, brought ourselves into a time of celebration, a time of happiness, a time where we get to relax and really enjoy the fruits of our labor and enjoy, communication and working with others. And yet, it's also saying, in this energy, be a little on your defense, you know, don't like rest on your laurels too much, you know, make sure that, you know, while you're lounging out around that nobody's trying to like pickpocket you, almost like pickpocket your life here, or like talk shit about you or bring you down in some way, or, you know, you might have to defend yourself against harsh words is really what I'm getting, or people coming at you from the wrong direction. You might have to be a little bit more defensive about your position this month. Be a little bit defensive about, you know, the work that you've done. People might be saying, well, what are you doing? Like, you're not doing enough. You're not doing this. And you could be like, actually, I am. You know, I need to be, you know, I'm going to defend myself. You've wronged me here. Like, you're saying something that is rude. You're not doing, what you have done to me is wrong here. And I'm going to defend myself. And that's really, you know, us Tauruses, we don't let people, we're not really that passive. I mean, as someone who's an Aries Taurus cusp, I'm really not very passive. But like my partner was just laughing at me today because I was telling him I drove his mother to the airport the other day, and we were going to get put air in her tires, and we had to wait in this line behind a couple other cars. We finally get up there, and this guy had pulled up and tried to cut in front of us and pulls in, and I just was like, I stepped right there. I was like, oh hell no, like you are not. There are people waiting behind you. I was like, who do you think you are that you're so important? Some stupid 20-something-year-old, like, just like white boy in a fancy car with his stupid, you know, hippie hair. And I was like, who do you think you are? Like, cutting in front of everybody else. There's like 5 other cars here. We're trying to get to an airport. Like, we've already been waiting 10 minutes. Like, who the hell do you think you are? But that's like, you defend yourself. You defend the people that you care about. You defend a situation where you know you've been wrong. You're like, hey, that's not right. You stand up for yourself. You jump out of that car like I did, and you start yelling at people. And she thought it was great and funny, and she joined right in. We had a nice bonding moment yelling at a stupid boy. So that was really great. But what I'm saying is you need to adopt that energy when people have wronged you. Jump at them and be like, hey, no, you don't say things like this. You don't act this way to me. You don't treat me this way. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. You know, that's the kind of energy that I get here for you guys this month. So that's really awesome. Anyways, I just got real into that. Now we need to look at the clarifiers for you guys. Let's clarify, not so much clarifiers, but I want to look at the challenges surrounding these weeks. Challenges, opportunities, situations that will be cropping up in that first week that are important for my Taurans to know. First week of November. Challenges, opportunities, important issues cropping up this week. I want to pull this one. 5 of Cups reversed. So maybe we're trying to move on from a situation. We're trying to move... why am I like holding it really weird? I'm like leaned over. The 5 of Cups reversed though. We have, you know, a period of mourning that is leaving. And that might be why it's kind of confusing. We're trying to get through a situation that may not be, you know... showcasing us at our best here. And the 5 of Cups here, let's take a look at what we get about it. So 5 of Cups here. Alright, the ship. For each harbor, one leaves, there's a harbor to return to. So very, very nice. Very beautiful. It is saying, yeah, that, you know, maybe we're leaving a situation we feel like we have nowhere to go. We don't know where to go this first month. We have no idea after we've left one situation. Maybe we've had a huge end within... you know, the last couple weeks. Maybe we've had an end and we don't know where we're going at this point. Sorry guys, my thing started to overheat, so I had to shut it off and let it cool down for a little bit. So that's why it might look a little bit different now. Or I don't know if I had it zoomed in on the same thing. I hope so. I thought it was. Anyways, so 5 of Cups reverse here. Again, it's saying, with that 7 of Cups feeling, it's like really just confused about where you're going next. Yes, you know that there are other options, but which option is it? We can't pick a route here. We can't pick a way forward. An offer, an option, maybe a job offer. There's definitely something here that we can't figure out how to move forward with. It's really, really weird. We can't figure out what the path forward is. We know that it's there with the 5 of Cups reversed, and yet we don't know how to get there. It's confusing energy. So let's check out now the 8 of Wands. So second week of November here. Second week of November for my Tauruses. What is going to be the challenge, opportunity, offer, situation that they need to know about that will be coming forward this week? Ooh, 7 of Wands, defensiveness. This is, you know, a card of feeling really defensive about a situation, feeling stress. It's kind of, you know, I want to read the description for this because I know the description for this is really, really good. I use it in some of my private readings, actually. The Lady, poised on one's conceit, gnawing at one's talent. So yeah, this is saying like you might think like you're being really defensive and you think that you can do no wrong here. Where being like no no no, it's not our problem, it's not us, it's somebody else's problem. It's not me, it's a different person, it's a different situation. I didn't do this. This is saying maybe this week to own up to your own up to maybe not knowing everything. Again with that Three of Pentacles, we're building, we're working on things that maybe we know that we don't, that we may be really proud of. We could be really proud of a situation or like really proud of where we are, and yet we know that we need to learn more here. Okay, so don't be afraid to admit that you need to learn a talent, a trade, or work on something this week. It could be, you know, there's something comes to a head where you're like, oh, I'm just like, you start to feel a little bit like more conceited, like you're being a little bit, yeah, like a little bit conceited, like, oh, I'm just so great, this is a really good time. I mean, I'm not saying that all of you are going to be like this, but it could just also be that we're defensive about maybe not knowing something, or maybe not being great at something. And, you know, can we all admit to that, Tauruses? We have all been there. We think, like, no, we're amazing at this, and, like, I know what I'm talking about, whatever. And then, like, 20 minutes later, you watch something, or, you know, you finally talk to somebody, you're like, all right. Okay. And then you gotta go eat crow about it, you know? And that's the kind of sensation I get here is, you know, let's build onto this without, you know, let's build onto a situation without really being awful about it here. Oh gosh, I was reading that for the wrong week with the Eight of Wands here. So yeah, we're moving forward and we're being really proud of ourselves. I'm sorry, I read that for the wrong, I like just totally just picked up that card and I thought it was the other one and I just was not even. I'm so sorry about that, Tauruses. That's embarrassing. But yeah, so again, we could be really, really proud of ourselves, again, feeling a little defensive about it, and yet I think it's because we're so busy, we're working so hard on the situation, we're getting communication, we're getting a lot of options, a lot of work coming in, a lot of stuff to do. This feels like a very busy energy, but we have to take it slow and not be too conceited about it. Remember not to, you know, be a little bit too defensive. If you're really busy and you're going through all this energy and something, you're getting a lot of offers or communications coming to you from other people. Remember not to be too hard on others and be, you know, lashing out at them at this time as well with the Seven of Wands. And being like, I'm busier than you. My stuff is more important than yours. Blah, blah, blah. So if you have a partner and they're like, I'm just trying to have dinner. Again, sorry. I swear to you, that's so annoying. Every time I get a call, it just shuts off my camera. So it's really annoying. But like I was saying, yeah, it's like saying, like, so like your partner being like, okay, let's try to go out to dinner. You're like, no, I'm too busy. I have too much going on. My stuff's more important than yours right now. I can't, like, I don't have time for this. Like, you don't have time for other people is what it feels like. And it's coming across a little bit rude, a little bit conceited, a little bit like you're too good for everybody else. Okay, so anyways, third week of November. Challenges, opportunities, situations my Tauruses will need to know about. Will be coming forward, opportunities, oppositions, challenges, are the main things that will be happening that we will need to know about. I just heard something, I was like, what are the dogs doing? Yeah, it's really interesting. All right, the Wheel of Fortune. So your luck will turn this week. With that Three of Pentacles, you know, you're building onto things. You're working on new projects here. Again, we're changing fortune here. We're having new abundance come in, and you know, it's giving us a new foundation to work on, new skills to work on, a new a lot of abundant beginnings. Is really what I feel like we're working, and it's really working out here. It's like all of our hard work is finally paying off, and we're able to start building that money, save that money. That's really what I'm getting here for you guys. So, the Wheel of Fortune. I want to see what this thing here. I don't know why I just picked up the deck instead. Okay. Where are you? Wheel. Okay. Wisdom. Wisdom is attained by not letting oneself get wrapped up in the suffering of the world. Wisdom is found in never ceasing. Wisdom is found in never ceasing to contemplate it. Time. So yeah, again, this is not getting wrapped up in other people's bullshit. So again, we're building an important foundation right now, and you need to realize that maybe I feel like I'm getting a message that you can't let other people's situations, issues, problems with you, problems of where you're at here get in the way of what's coming in here. Also, divine timing is bringing something in here, and it's time to release some things and build a new foundation here. It's time to, you know, understand that what you're building at this time is more important than the other situations that are coming in, and that it's being brought. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be something that's going to be brought to a head at this time, where it's going to kind of challenge you to, you know, continue to build onto your life, continue to be, you know, the master of that kind of situation. It's going to be like, okay, so I'm going to throw this at you now. Deal with it on top of all the other shit that you're dealing with. And you're like, okay, I guess I will. So I'm just going to learn how to deal with it. It's also saying, you know, this is divine timing that this is happening now. I feel like, again, I'm doing a lot of readings for Tauruses lately, and I can't help but notice that so much of the timing that has been coming up is Sagittarius with Temperance. And when I say Temperance, I often, yes, I get that it's a commingling card, but it also really signifies the Sagittarian timing to me, especially lately when I've been getting it. So I feel like, you know, that third week of November is when we kick into Sagittarian season, kick into the fire sign season. I think that's going to bring about a lot of change. It's going to finally turn that wheel in the direction that, you know, maybe it has started, or at the end of October with the Taurus full moon. Situations that have been brought up, or, you know, that were brought up then, or, you know, things that are coming to fruition, opportunities, offers, what we have started, or something that's come up around then, that it's really coming to a completed cycle, or a new cycle, or, you know, abundant beginnings, or things are really starting to move forward with it. In that third week, we're finally getting that kick of the energy from the universe, really. The divine timing rolling in with the energy and the passion and all the things that we've been waiting for. It feels like, oh, finally, come on, give it to me. I've been waiting for this. All right, and then let's look at the Four of Wands in that last week there. Challenges, opportunities, situations, offers that my Tauruses will be dealing with in this last week of November 2018. Nine of Swords. Wow, guys. So we're going to feel really trapped, really frustrated, maybe having a lot of insomnia. I'm feeling like a lot of you guys are going to be feeling not well. You're going to be feeling really stuck in a situation here, really like you can't find a way forward. You know, this card also showed up in the Scorpio reading. I feel like it was one of the weeklies. But what is, or not like one of like the weekly energies is what I meant. But the Nine of Swords here, we're stuck. We're feeling like a victim in a situation. We're feeling like everything is going wrong here. Like, you know, somebody has wronged us. Again, if you remember what the Four of Wands was, it was, you know, let me look at it. I'm going to find it again. Yeah, the Four of Wands here is, I'm going to bring those up for you guys. Where did it go? Offense. One must know how to be ferocious to defend oneself when wronged. So again, the Hieronymus Boschek here talks about defending oneself. And the Nine of Swords in it is, you know, feeling like a victim, the wounded one. You've been wounded by somebody. You're the victim here. Wounded innocence is the worst execution. Violated. So it feels like you were going forward innocently to help somebody or help a situation, something that you were innocent to. It feels almost like a Seven of Swords thing coming out, where you're like, why is this happening? What is going on here? Like, I don't know why you're acting like this. Now you have to feel like you're on the defense about a situation. You're on the defense with maybe people in your family, in your friend group. You're like, I don't understand why I'm being attacked right now. Like, I don't get it. Like, somebody is attacking you. And, you know, that's going to be different for all of you guys. And maybe it'll show up in those weekly readings. So keep an eye on my weeklies this month. So I'm not going to go any further into it because I do that within the weeklies. That's where we get real in depth. But these are just the general energies of November that are showing up here. So let's now move on to your love reading. I'm going to use my Hobbit deck actually for you guys. You know what? I don't want to use my Hobbit deck. Changed my mind. I want to use my Gustav Klimt deck for you guys for love and romance. General energies for love and romance for this month. Putting it in the back of my boxes here very loudly. Love and romance for my Tauruses. First week of November 2018. First week of November 2018. General energies, situations, offers. What's going to be happening for their love lives that week? Alright, I want to pull this one. And I get the Page of Pentacles reversed, being immature, being frustrated, maybe feeling like things don't have a grounded sense to them, like we can't start things off, whatever it could be us coming across this way, really kind of immature here. This feels like a really immature feeling. Like we're being emotional, we're not being very grounded, really not in our element. Again, remember that Seven of Cups energy. We're confused. We don't know, you know, where this relationship is going, where it's grounded anymore. It feels very not there. Either that or maybe you're even waiting, you know, for somebody to come forward, or maybe you thought you were going to come forward to somebody else with a relationship, or that it was going somewhere and it feels really stuck all of a sudden. It feels really trapped. Like, what the heck is going on here? Alright, second week of November, love and romance energy for my Tauruses. Second week of November, love and romance energy for my Tauruses here. It feels just like keeping your cards close to your heart. But then look at what we get in the second week here. Wow, Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. That one just kind of flipped out there. The Nine of Cups in this deck to me is, you know, the wish come true card. This is one of my favorite Nine of Cups cards. It's just like so gold and shiny, and you know, lots of titties in this deck. There's a lot of genital, a lot of explicit triple X things. Not really. Just, you know, some nudie, some nudes. It's a deck of nudes. I'm gonna stop now. But the Knight of Cups here is wishes coming true. Feeling like your hopes and dreams have been answered here. We're feeling really abundant, really happy, really, really excited. I just feel like whatever our love life situation is, it's like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. This is a dream come true. This is like magical energy. Like you're feeling so great, and it's like you're really proud of yourself and how you've dealt with the situation and where you are within your love and relationships at this time. So it's really, really cool. Really, really cool. What kind of statement was that? It's really, really great energy for the second week of November. All right, third week of November, love and romance for my Tauruses. For third week of November, love and romance situations, energies, opportunities. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles coming off as our best selves. Again, this is the single happy woman card. So if you are single, again, you're coming across really attractively at this time. People could be, again, asking you out. 2 9s in this deck here. 2 9s. Beautiful nines. Scorpio also had 2 9s in their deck, but they were a negative one and a positive one. But these are both very, very positive here. I'm going to put them in, I guess it's right order. The Nine of Cups that second week, and then we get the Nine of Pentacles the week after. Dream coming true, feeling really good about ourselves, feeling good about our situation. Physically, we could have been like working out and feeling really attractive now. People are really turning their heads. Look at us, Tauruses. We're turning heads, looking attractive. You know, this is a really abundant, beautiful energy here. This is really, really wonderful. I really do feel like we're gonna, if you're single, you're gonna be getting asked out on a lot of dates here. Again, we're coming across as just absolutely our best self, very grounded, very physically. We're gonna just be coming across amazingly to others. We could also be attracting very attractive people, or you know, meeting somebody that's like, you know, your dream person this week. You could meet your dream girl or guy, or you know, person this week. You really could. Or any of the, you know, within November, the middle of November. Why did I say within this week? This is not a week. Maybe some of you guys are during this Taurus full moon. That's why I'm saying it, because I am reading this today. So some of you guys might be meeting your dream person today. All right, last week of November 2018. Love and romance for my Tauruses. Where will they be? Last week of November 2018 for them. General energies of love and romance. Ooh. Sexy. This came out on its side, so again, we could be, you know, coming into some really passionate energy here, where, it could be more of a slower burn, though. Either that, or, you know, we could be wondering why it's not happening, but I feel that by the end of November, we're going to have a lot of passion in our lives, a lot of drive, a lot of energy, with, again, because we're in that fire month again, and Tauruses really, I feel like, kick up to when we're in a fire sign, so it's really, really nice, finally coming to that Sagittarian energy for us, where we can, you know, communicate better, have better ideas, like artistic ideas, especially if you're an artist, musician, writer. We're going to have a lot of ideas, a lot of energy picking up within those fields here. A lot of ideas, a lot of a lot of energy towards it, a lot of passion, a lot of like, so if you have an idea, you're moving forward passionately with it, and you're really excited about where it's going. So this is really, really wonderful energy. Either that, or maybe someone could be coming forward to you with an offer or an idea and being like, or passion even, let's go forward. I mean, I was thinking jobs for a second there, but in terms of love and romance, I mean, maybe it's somebody that you're working with, somebody that you have a passionate new idea with it. It's like your dream person. You're like, wow, this is like a dream situation already, and now they want to actually be with me. They could be like, I'm really attracted to you here at the end of the month, this person that you've had this like dream connection with, this perfect person here with those 2 nines. By the end of the month here, it seems like we're getting a lot of passion, a lot of happiness, a lot of sexy energy and offers here. So, Tauruses, let's get a Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco card for you guys for some advice from Spirit, and advice from Spirit, advice from Mother Nature, especially because that's where us Taurian folks connect, Venus energy, so that Venusian energy. Ooh. Wow, this literally just flew out, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I'm just gonna read it. That was great. That has not happened like ever with this deck, so I'm pretty excited. Night Song. And it just got so dark in here, which is, isn't that weird how that happens? Isn't that strange? You get this card and then all of a sudden, and it's called Night Song, that, the sun goes away. It gets really freaking dark in here. Alright, hidden talents. A ruby red bird singing in the darkness full of sound. Like an unopened present, ribbon still bound. Okay, should this beautiful but shy bird sing to you by appearing during your divination, know that you must unwrap the present of yourself. Look, some of the gifts within you remained unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all possibilities for yourself. There is no more time to waste, no more excuses. Beautiful. So guys, we're coming into our best selves here. There's no time to waste. Again, I feel like that like really matches up with our energy this month. I don't really feel like I should have to say too much more about that card, because I just feel like it really, that was perfect. That's exactly what I feel like us Tauruses needed this month. I feel like that really summed up, the reading here. Yeah, we're stepping into our true potential. Again, I've been saying that for God knows how long with Tauruses. That's why we're going through so much. That's why all the Tauruses are freaking out. We're coming into the light now. We're stepping out of the darkness. We're realizing our true potential, our true selves here. Oh my God. As I say that, the light comes out. So that's a really big synchronicity, huge message here. So just take that, guys. We're stepping into the light. We're understanding our truth. We're understanding our true powers this month, and we're coming into them, and that's going to create a lot of changes, probably make us really busy, really defensive, maybe even frustrated at times. So Tauruses, good luck. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you guys are looking to book a private reading, all the information on booking one is right below this video in the description box, and how to contact me, all the different readings I offer. They start at $10 and go upwards from there, so some of them are pretty affordable. If you guys are looking for some guidance at this time, which I know we're all going through a lot of emotional craziness with astrology, that is, destroying our lives right now, or, destroying them for the better eventually, but, it's tough. Also, check out your other Sun, Moon, and Rising videos for this month, as well as your Venus retrograde love readings and your weeklies, okay? Thank you guys so much for all your support, and if you haven't, like, subscribe, and give me a comment how it resonates. Thank you guys so much.